You have 6 months, maybe a year. That was a reality for heart failure patient Verna Schrambeck. Her condition had deteriorated to the point where treatment no longer helped. Because of her age, she was not a candidate for heart transplant. Doctors at Mayo Clinic implanted a device that would hopefully keep Verna alive, at least a little while. Years later, she shares her story.
To Verna Schrambeck, it's all about music, the music of life and family. But not long ago, end-stage heart failure meant Verna did not have many more days left.
He said, "You have 6 months to a year to live." I was just desperately ill.
Verna couldn't walk across a room.
Shortness of breath, terrible.
And she couldn't play the piano.
Her heart was very dilated and had very poor pumping capacity.
Dr. Margaret Redfield is Verna's cardiologist at Mayo Clinic.
So I'd become very debilitated with multiple hospitalizations. So she really did come to Mayo as a last resort.
Without surgery, she had no hope.
Dr. Redfield and surgeon Dr. Soon J. Park consulted with a research team and determined Verna was a candidate for what was then still an experimental operation. The implantation of what's called a ventricular assist device, or VAD, that would hopefully keep her alive.
The device will be able to replace heart function.
During the open-heart surgery, Dr. Park implanted the device near Verna's heart. It's connected to the heart's main pumping chamber, the left ventricle, and to the main artery carrying blood out to the body. A small wire extends outside of her body and hooks to an external battery pack. When turned on, the pump takes over much of her heart's work and delivers a continuous flow of blood to her body. Verna's doctors thought maybe this device could buy her a year, perhaps 2.
5 years later, she's still here.
She was in the investigational trial that ultimately proved the dramatic benefits of this.
We don't ask what life is all about. We look at what life asks of us. What do we do with our lives? And the answer to that is we respond. So when I do something with my grandchildren, I am grateful for that opportunity.
Thankful to once again be immersed in the music of life. For Mayo Clinic News Network, I'm Vivian Williams.
Dr. Park says they're not sure how long patients can live on VADs, but suspects Verna will have many more years. This technology is also used to keep heart patients alive while they wait for their heart transplants.
And now a recap of the headlines. Legislators argue individual rights to privacy as the House of Assembly deliberates over the surveillance bill. The ethical practices of media organizations are being questioned by the public. Is there a need for higher standards by BVI Media? The Speaker of the House of Assembly reprimands legislators about frequent reference to the standing order and calls for a revision of the order. The House passes the Mutual Legal Assistance Act, bringing the BVI financial services in line with international standards. Isabella Morris staff and students are comfortable in their new environment. Virgin Islands Civil Service Association unhappy with the financial burden Bupa Insurance places on their tight budgets. And Angela Brown lively performance and operatic voice fills the HLSCC auditorium. In news from the Caribbean, CARICOM takes rum dispute with the U.S. to the World Trade Organization despite opposition from USVI Governor John DeYoung. And the UN says insects are highly nutritional. But how about these on your plate? St. Lucians react to the food option. Remember to visit jtvlive.net where you can find this entire newscast as well as past news articles, JTV's television programs, government and community events. We welcome your questions and comments. Please email us at jtvnews@hotmail.com. I'm Ino Soman. Thank you for watching.
Wardrobe provided by Umi Fashions.
Sweet summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy's rich and your ma is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. Oh, and on these mountains you're gonna rise up singing. Then you spread your wings and you take the sky. But till that morning, Lord, there's nothing can harm you. With daddy and mama standing by. Oh, with your daddy and mama standing by.